Welcome to our farm here in Kandelin, Farming Simulator 22. So I'm working on, well, if you saw the last video, which was the first video, which was just a map tour of the place, and now we're properly farming here. We've got one field, which I showed in the last video. The last video, again, it was a map tour. It wasn't part of what we're doing here, which is actually farming. So yeah, we're actually farming here, and I just filled up with lime. Working on, well, our one field. We got one field over by the shop. If you haven't seen that video, it's no big deal. We got one field, sorry, over by the shop, and I decided I wasn't gonna plant wheat there this year, but then I was like, I'm not really sure yet what direction I'm taking the farm in. So we got time in the year left, a couple months yet still to plant wheat. Let's go ahead and plant some wheat. Wheat's a very versatile crop. You can get straw, grain, you know. So ahead of figuring out what exactly we're doing with the farm, we can go ahead and get a crop planted this year, get a head start, right? So we've got a 10-hectare field down here, which is great, medium size. We're starting with the equipment we've got. I already got some lime down. Whoa, she was kind of decided to cross the street at an awkward time there. And just getting some of this lime down. It just was raining earlier this morning. Now that's cleared up, but you can see the sky is still pretty hazy. Hence, that's all the fog you're seeing, just early morning rain. Now, let's get down here. These roads are a little tight, but it's not too bad. There's room to get even big tractors down here if you're careful. So, I just ran one full load of fertilizer, or sorry, lime, I should say, out onto the field. Let's get down there and get this out there. So, having run a full load of this out onto the field, I got a good feel for the field. It's decently, it's not too oddly shaped, but it's not a perfect line. It's not like perfect up and down. So I kind of got the feel for it. It's not too bad. I guess what I'm saying is our fields here, we're going to have to kind of feel them out. As you can see here, I had to do some feeling to get around the edges of it. It's not a perfect square or anything like that. We're not going to find anything like that here, but it's not too bad. So let's go ahead and get set up for, I think we're actually going to do an eastern run first. Get us some more, headroom to turn around here. So this is what one full load of fertilizer, or sorry, lime, one full load got that much of the field done. So it looks like we might have to fill up again. Maybe. But let's see. Just kind of feeling this field out, and it's not bad at all. And not a bad size. It's great size for starting off, I think, with what the equipment that I've got to set up with here. And I got some good tractors and equipment, I think. And I got this kink in the field here. I think I'm just going to straighten this out and then come back for that. Because if I keep following that kink, it's just going to get... Yeah, so we're just going to kind of pull this off here. Work with a straighter line. We'll come back for that. No, it's a kind of a... It's pretty. I mean, it's a beautiful, foggy Germany morning. Don't know what the weather is going to be like here. It's my first year here, so, we'll figure that out as we go. As well as, again, I don't have a concrete concept for the farm yet. Like what kind of commercial product we'll be, producing, or what kind of animals we'll have. We don't have any room for animals yet on the farm, so, all our options are open, Well, the lime's going down pretty good. And, yeah, we're using it pretty quick, but I think, again, I think we're only going to have to fill it one more time from what I'm seeing. There's so many big, big fields around here, and we've got a pretty, modest size one to start, which I like because we don't have the biggest of equipment yet, to start off with. So we got us. I like starting off with something like this, 10-hectare field to start off with. And what started off was, it wasn't even really a dent that we put in it, but looking at it now, yeah, we've definitely got a good deal done now, is what I'm saying. So, especially once I get this taken out up here, and we'll get ready. I think the next thing we're going to do is the field's already prepped, it's already cultivated. There's no rocks or anything. We can just plant directly after this, and then I'll come by next month with fertilizer. For the time being, we can swap this over to fertilizer, this this spreader here as well, we don't have anything else that we need to put lime on, really. Well, we do have one other field, I guess that is true, but accepting that, we won't need to, you know, put lime again, you know, lime down again for a couple of years unless we get new land or anything. So what I'm saying is, you know, this tool here will be freed up and we can use it for fertilizer. So after we lime this, I'll probably go throw lime down on our other field too. I'm going to assume it needs it. It's a lot smaller. It looks like about 1/5 the size of this field. I'm not sure what we're going to plant there yet, but yeah, as long as we've got lime loaded in this tool, we'll take this down there and hit that one as well. It's down on the west end of town. It's out of town on the west end of the area. I haven't been down there yet, really, so we'll see what it needs, but this is going pretty good here. Now, I had a bit of a thing earlier where well, when I first started off here in Kandelin, this spreader was actually filled with fertilizer. Funny story, it was filled with fertilizer, and I had to unload it all to put lime in, and I unloaded it into the silo, and then when I went to fill this with lime, because I had lime stored in our silo, when I went to fill this with lime, I didn't even get an option. It just automatically filled it right back up with fertilizer. Directly after I had picked up all those pallets of fertilizer and dumped them into our silo. I pulled up under it to put lime into this, and it didn't even ask me. It just dumped it full of fertilizer again, which, well, that's what happened. And so thinking back on, I think I know why that happened. I must have still had a bit of fertilizer in here. Yeah, that must have been what happened. So I went and just unloaded it all again, and I didn't feel like using the front end loader to, you know, put it all back in the silo again. So there's a bunch of pallets of fertilizer in our farmyard that I need to move into the silo. That must have been what happened. You know, talking through, I just kind of realized, I bet that's what it was. I must have just left the tiniest bit of fertilizer in here. And so when I pulled up under our silo, that's why it didn't ask me and just dumped it back full again. That was kind of a funny little whoopsie, you know, start to our farm here, a little inauspicious, you know, but it is what it is. We're about to have to go grab more fertilizer, or rather more lime, and that's what got me thinking about that. Is we've got about 18 pallets of fertilizer sitting in our farmyard that needs to be moved into the silo. It shouldn't be too hard. What I'll probably do is I'll take care of that. Yeah, I'll just take care of that. But we're about to have to go get some more lime. Maybe, yeah, we can get one more run down this. And actually, we've got, yeah, we're almost done. But I also, again, yeah, I want to put lime down on our other field as well. And I don't remember how big it is. I think it's only, it looks like it's only like a couple hectares. We will see about that. I'm not sure what I'm planning there, but as long as we're, you know, as long as we're doing the lime thing, we'll get that down there too. And then with both of our fields limed, yeah, we can transition this over to fertilizer, this tool here. Boy, it's just going to be a gloomy day here, I guess. It rained early this morning, and I guess it's just going to be a gloomy day. It's still pretty out here, but yeah. And I haven't been out here long. It's my first year here, so I don't know what the weather out here is going to be like. And I definitely... yeah, I don't know about the winters either. We'll find out. We'll see how the weather is going to be, you know, in the wintertime. Don't know any of this stuff yet. But I wanted to get started out here. So much potential in this area. There's just so many big, awesome, incredible farms to work on out here. I'd like to do a decent amount of contract work. Working for other farms to get to know the area a little bit and some of the people around here. I got the feel for our field here. It's on an angle. The whole field's on an angle. Oh, there we go. That's us out of lime. The whole field here is at an angle, and it's a regular shape, but it's mostly square, and it's not too bad working here. And, you know, it's fairly flattish. It's right here by the road. It's really not too bad at all. Now, this road, however, the traffic here is pretty merciless, and it moves up and down this road, pretty much no regard to tractors turning on or off. So we're going to want to come down to this road here, kind of. We got a little road. You don't want to just drive, what I'm saying is you don't want to just drive out from between those trees and merge onto the road. Cars are not looking for you. So we get a little road here. still want to be very, very careful. This traffic just kind of flies by on this road. And we're going to go get some lime. Now that's down on the west end of the town here. Our farm here, you can see our silo there in the distance off to the right. Our farm here is on the east end of town, and we want to go down to the west end. And the trees make the views kind of tight, so luckily, let's drive it down here. And yeah, our tractor's gotten, well, pretty dirty. Well, again, it rained earlier this morning, hence all the dirt and mud kicked up on the tractor. Lime certainly doesn't help that situation much. You know, just caking everything with the white chalk. Oh, that reminds me, we need to get a wash station set up at our farm. We don't have one yet. We're going to want to get a wash station set up pronto as soon as we're done spreading lime. We're going to want to go, this is our, obviously that's our entrance to our tractor park. We want to go, our little yard there, we want to go up one more block here. I think we got room to see here. There's some tight turns to make on some little one-way city roads. Now that's a one-way road. I'll respect their traffic laws. We're going to go around this way, take a little tour of the town. The roads are narrow, but even our big tractor we can get through here. I've driven our big tractor through here. And I've got that. We'll bring that out here soon. We'll use that for planting and stuff like that. Our big boy. Hopefully here soon. I can't wait to get to the planting. If I haven't said so, we'll be doing wheat this first year. We got time to plant wheat. And while I figure out what to do with the farm, and your suggestions are welcome down in the comments below. But wheat is a good thing to start off with. It'll give us, you know, both wheat and straw, many possibilities. You know, wheat's pretty good, you know, good to start any farm off with. So we can get it down now. And I think we can, let's check the calendar here. So here's our calendar here. We plant wheat now, and yeah, we'll be able to harvest it next summer as long as we're at the map here. So you can see there's some pretty big fields in the area, and these fields are very, very big. There's our little 10 hectares right there. So here's our other little field, and that is a pretty small little field. Very small. Some of these are very, very large. And we'll have plenty of time to see all around here. I do like to like the idea of taking some contract work around here, work for some other farms. It'll give us a chance to see some of the other farms around here. Again, you know, like I said earlier, kind of get to know the area a bit and make some money as well. Now let's pull up here and yeah, fill up with the line one more time. And let's see what a load of lime is going to cost us. All right, and we are just about full, and that's going to cost us $3,400. I mean, not bad. All right, and we got kind of a tight little Yui to whip here. Yeah, we got room. All right, back out to the field. This is a pretty little town. Yeah, all kinds of... There's 3 towns on here. They seem about the same size. There's a lot to see here. I haven't been everywhere. There's a lot to see here in these little, in the areas around here. There's going to be so much more stuff to find, and that's, again, one reason I want to do contracts, you know, getting to know the area a little better. And I imagine we could be surprised at some of the stuff we find around here. I know that because previously I did a tour of this area, and while doing that, I found stuff I didn't know was here. There's a whole mining operation down to the south in this region. I might want to check that out. That could be something that would be fun to get into. I think, yeah, I think that could be something really fun and good to do. And I just noticed that the clock on our dashboard is correct on this tractor. How about that? I don't know. Why wouldn't it be correct? I don't know. I just looked down there and I was like, is it really already lunchtime? And I look up there. Yeah, it is. How about that? I never really paid attention. Well, I guess I don't spend a lot of time in the tractor in this particular view, you know, but here with all these tight trees, it's kind of how it goes. All right. Now we can see a little better. So we need to trim this area up here. Kind of get this mist patch out here. This first run here, I was really kind of getting used to the layout of the field. I missed some here. Some lime down. And we have just the tiniest bit left, which is great. We can move on to other things. We can get the big tractor out here and the seeder and really get some good farm work done. Yeah, I guess we'll be planting the wheat. Oh, but kind of, yeah. Before that, though, I do want to we'll head over to our far field out west. And, you know, while we've got this hooked up, get lime spread down there. I like to check that field out. And I don't know what to do down there. I mean, we're planting wheat here. We don't have to down there. You know, it could be a grass field. We do have mowing equipment. I think grass would be a good idea. It's not a very big field. I think grass would be the thing to do. In case we want to have like cows or sheep. Or, you know, grass is good for a lot of things. Yeah, but just... Can I get that in one pass? Maybe. Let's see if I can get this in one pass. Yeah. No problem. And we'll get this little bit up here. And we'll go ahead down to... Oh, darn it. I didn't see that field number yet. I'm still getting used to this area. Down to our western field. I'll just call it East Field and our West Field. Or big and small. Head down to our small field. And I think... Oh, actually, that's not it. There's a corner down here. And there's just so much farmland in this area. I think, yeah, you know, planting this wheat, and then we'll have other time this fall. There's not a whole lot, since this field's already prepped, there's not a whole lot of work to do on it, really, besides planting and then subsequent fertilizing. I think taking a contract, possibly a harvest contract this fall, could be kind of fun. See some of the area, work with some tools. Because I don't think we're going to need all winter long to work on this farm. I mean, our field's pretty set up already. Let's head down to our far field. I'll see if I can find it without having to refer to a map. It's always the fun part of getting used to a new area. I think I know about where it's at, and I think it'll make a good grass field. We've already got a mower set up. We've got a little John Deere tractor, a little 6R. It's already... Is it a 6R? No, it's not. It's about that size, though. But it's already set up with mowing tools. Look out, people. Look out, people. Big tractor coming through. We'll jog through town here. It's not very big. That gas station there up on the left is kind of the west edge of town, like ish, I think. I think there's a couple buildings past that, but then it should clear out up here. And somewhere, yeah, probably another half a mile actually on the left will be our field. Another big sunflower field. There's a lot of sunflower fields out here. Some of these fields are just massive. I know the contract work is going to pay great, which is... Oh, it's a great thing for starting off our farm. I'll have a look at the contracts. I mean, I had a look at them, but I'll look specifically like this year. Well, maybe next month. Because this month, obviously, you know, we're in the last day of September here. We're going to be working on our field for the rest of this month. I think that might be our... That looks like our field right there. Yeah, that looks like it's got to be it. Is there another turn into it? Or did I pass the only turn to it? I'm certain that's our field. Let's go ahead and turn off here. Let's have a look. Oh, I do want to kind of see. Yeah, that is our field there. And yeah, that is the edge right there. So let's see what we're working with here. Yeah, there's some big sunflower fields here. Jeez. Let's have a look at this. So actually, I thought it was about 2 hectares. Actually, it's only 1. All right, great. Yeah, I think this would make a good little grass field. A little single hectare field out here. This should be a pretty quick jobby. Then, you know, get a good view here and get this started. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this big tool is going to make quick work of this, methinks. I didn't even check to see if this needed lime. I just kind of assumed it did. You know, that's a great point. Well, our other field did, so I assumed this one did, but I didn't check. Let me get to this corner here, and I'll check to see if this is even needed. I'm sure it is. Without hitting the sunflowers. Let's have a look at our field composition, soil composition. Yeah, it needs lime. All right. Perhaps something I should have checked earlier. Sharp turn. Ah, perfect. There we go. And let's head east here. Yeah, this will be quick. Oh, this is a pretty little field out here. I bet fall is going to be beautiful out here with all the leaves turning and everything. These trees are awesome. I bet it's going to be quite the sight to see out here in fall. Don't have a system yet for this field, so I'm kind of just turning here and there, trying to get bits filled in. Let's see what we get left to work with once we turn around here. Not bad at all. And forestry is also an option here. I see all those trees there. Down way south, we've got a pretty big forest. You know, again, you know, I haven't given much thought. That's where, you know, I was kind of doing wheat this first year. Anything's an option. Forestry, mining. I don't know how the mining scene here works. I haven't looked into that yet, but pretty much anything's an option. There's room for everything here. There's a big forest down there. I did go down there. Took a little tour around here, if you saw that, and I didn't get lost in the forest, but I'll tell you, it's pretty dark and pretty tight down there. Oops, I meant to turn that off. Let's see, and we've just got that little bit left there. All right, and that is just about it for, well, both of our fields. I was going to say this little field, but that is both of our fields. And we can get this, let's get this bit over here. Then we can get this transitioned over to fertilizer, get this put away, get the tractor washed off. I'd like to get started planting, you know, get some kind of fun stuff, I guess you could say. Get to the fun stuff. Yeah, planting and such. And this, yeah, you know, I figure grass will be good for this. So here's our little road here. Yeah, we're going to have to get a wash station put in. Our tractor cleaned off. A lot of stuff to set up at the farm. I've only just kind of moved in here and just started to get some things set. I think probably there's still some rearranging of our, you know, like fleet vehicles I'd like to do. I got to set up with our basic vehicles and some basic equipment, but there's probably some stuff that was, you know, left here at the farm from when I took over that maybe we'll want to trade in, get rid of still. I haven't gone through every single thing yet. And of course, I think I mentioned earlier, there's a bunch of fertilizer sitting out at the farm that needs to be put in the silo. And I will figure that situation out. Because I seriously just moved all of those pallets, you know, I think I said. And then, yeah, I ended up having to unload them again. So there's about 18 probably pallets of fertilizer, and I'll get that taken care of. All right, now we're going to I want to leave this spreader kind of accessible because we're going to need it again. For now, where would be a good place, do you think, for a wash station? I think, well, you know, our maintenance area is right here, right to my right. There's a little maintenance area in there, and that's never a bad spot to have a wash station. I think maybe out back behind that. Did I get us hung up on something? Yeah. All right, I kind of got hung up there coming in. You got to watch this trailer. It the rear axle steers, and I got a little close to that fence there, and the rear tires turned a little bit to the right to facilitate turning left, which I didn't anticipate that was going to happen. I kind of got caught up there a little bit. I think our fence will be okay though. So whatever I was saying, I had to cut off because I spent about 5 minutes trying to get this thing in without tearing up our fence. Looks okay. So putting in a wash station, a pretty logical place, you know, would be, yeah, this would be about the most logical place there is here in our little work bay here. Let's see if we can get that done. Yeah, this right here would be a great little spot. So what we're going to do is, all right. So let's see. We want to go to tools. We want to find a little washer here. You know, don't I have? No, I did have. All right, this little guy will do. If we can, sorry, if we can sneak it in here, and yes, we can. Let's kind of rotate this little guy here. I think this would be a great spot for our washer, right by the maintenance area. Perfect. That looks a little bit better. It was already kind of, you know, muddy just a little bit. It wasn't muddy, but, you know, it had been raining earlier, so, you know, kind of. And that paired with all the lime caking. All right, so we got just enough room. I can't really stretch this hose any farther. We got enough room here. And get this sprayed off. That is good for now. Let's get this guy put up. And I guess we're gonna have to. We can pull through there, but there's no room to turn us around on the other side. So we'll just. Oh yeah. So got some. Yeah, this is where I unloaded it. That needs to go back into our silo. I'll get this handled here. So we want to park this somewhere where we can get to it fairly easily. The next thing we're going to do with this is fertilizer, right? Yeah, we're doing liming for a while. So pretty much as soon as I get the fertilizer picked up I have down there, we're going to have to unload the lime out of this. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to detach this. And I'm going to pick this fertilizer up with these trailers and put it in the silo because I already ran the loader. Pallet by pallet, I loaded all that in the silo and then it loaded it right back into the thing. And I don't feel like messing with that again. So we're going to get it up with this here. And just do it this way. I already loaded this pallet by pallet. You know, that lime spreader really holds a lot. Because this is just, you know, yeah, after the silo filled it with fertilizer, I dropped it off here. That thing really holds a lot because it's going to like fill these two guys up. Now, these are the two tippers that it started us with. I haven't looked at buying new ones yet. I've looked at some of our tools and I have good tractors for us, but I haven't had a look at these tippers. And that reminds me, I haven't checked to see what, if anything, is discounted, you know, for purchase locally here. We'll have a look at that and see. Here's kind of the stuff I have set up for us, and you'll see it as we go. Some of the stuff that we have, some is still left over from the starting equipment that we may not need. We have, oh, that's a good deal on that little guy there, but we've got a front loader. Really don't need that. That tractor would be sweet to have, but we've got a good big John Deere tractor. We just don't need that. All right, so nothing super special today. So let's get this loaded in here. Can I make this turn? Short answer, it's a heavy load behind me, and the steering was a little hard. All right. Oh, let me crank the wheel. Wow, I did not want to make that turn. Okay. That was just totally my fault. That's why I was like, short answer, what's going on is it's hard to turn the wheel, 24 tons of lime behind me, or fertilizer rather. Oh yeah, I plugged in my controller's plugged in. I plugged in my controller because I was in build mode. Let's get out of that. Get this unplugged. What is in need of repair? Huh, it must be one of the trailers. Yeah, I think I knew that. I think one of the trailers is in need of repair for some odd reason. I think I caught that earlier and forgot about that. Don't know why that would be, but I'll have to check on that. So we just got a little bit more of this to get. Oh, actually I can see it up there on the right-hand side. Yeah, one of the tippers is really damaged for some reason. Good, because, well, I kind of just bought this tractor. When I started this farm here, I kind of just bought this tractor, and I was like, wait, it better not be breaking down already, you know. All right, we got room to turn around? I think we do. It's good that our silo here will store, obviously, of course, obviously, right, clearly, fertilizer and lime. Makes some things easier for us. All right, yeah, we'll be able to get to planting today, which is really cool. I'd like to get to that because I've been moving fertilizer and lime around for all day. It'll be nice to get on to some... I think planting is fun. I'll park that spreader later. I'll deal with that. For now, let's go check out our big tractor that we get to have fun with. And I believe I have the planter already down here with it. Yep. So I got this lined up with a nice old classic John Deere here. And this is going to be great for planting. And I've driven this around a bit, and it fits down the roads just fine. Bring a little John Deere spirit to this Kandelin area out here. And this is the planter we're going to be using. I think it should be good for our 10-hectare field. This is the here's the harvester it started us off with. I haven't, well, obviously I haven't done anything with it yet, but I think that'll be adequate too. Let's get set in here, and let's get this out to our field. I can't wait to get working on this, and it does already sit on wheat. At least I think that's the wheat symbol. I want to be sure because I'm still, yeah, this Kandelin here, we have custom icons, and I'm really, yep, it's on wheat. All right. I'm not a fan of the custom icons. I got to figure out what they are, you know. Now, we should have just enough room to get this out there. Be nice and careful on these roads. Well, we should be good. And always watch the traffic turning out of this. I've gotten into a couple of close calls. Traffic not watching. Somehow the traffic not noticing the huge flashing tractor. Look out, cars. You'd think with this big farm here, locals would be more accustomed to tractors turning in, but they don't seem to be. What's the view like here? Ooh. Okay. Well, it's kind of hard to see through the trees from up above, so got to work with our limited visibility here. It fits more than you think it does. It looks like it's too big for the road, but it's not, as you can clearly see. Yeah. Oh, and we got whoops, wrong attachment. We got a little turn down signals there in the side of the tractor. Okay, and we're going up here a ways still. All right, and here is our field. Just enough room to get this big boy out there. We're going to have to attach this. Yeah, there. So let's get this out here, out in the field, and get another tractor dirty. Now, I haven't worked with this attachment yet, so let's see if we can figure out the workings here. It should be as simple as just attaching it down here and see how it goes. And right about there. All right. Fold. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I just noticed this attaches directly to the 3-point. I'm not a fan of these kinds of attachments. Somehow I neglected to notice that because, whoops, I hit the wrong button there. That means when we're going down the field, every slight input of turn to the tractor is going to swivel that around. I like when when we have more of a dolly style connection, you know, because this is going to, I like more of a dolly connection and not this. You can't see, but every time I turn the steering wheel, it's hard to explain, but I have an idea for that. There's actually a solution, and we're actually right by the store. This is something we can fix pretty quick here. All we're going to do is, I've got a tool to fix that. Yeah, maybe you'll see what I mean. If we go here, down to miscellaneous, this guy right here will do what I want to do. And let's make it a kind of a mellow color. That'll work. So $7,500. And wait, before I do that, this doesn't. Never mind. I may want this tool, but let me back out of this. I just had a thought. Does this have a PTO connection? Why didn't I think about that? Yeah, it does. This has a PTO connection, so that's not going to be an option. All right. Well, it's because with these, every time you turn the tractor, oh, this is a good demonstration of it. Every time you turn the tractor, it turns that, and that's going to kind of work against having straight, uniform rows. But maybe I'll just have to get used to it. I did not take that into consideration. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep nice, steady, straight rows, and try not to whack that tree there. Just getting used to new equipment, you know. We'll see how this goes. And get out here a little bit, and I'll keep the steering nice and steady, and we'll see how this goes. Planting our wheat. If I can see through the trees. I've gotten so used to towing things, you know, with like a dolly style hitch. I don't know what the word for it is, you know, having a little leeway in my turning. But the tractor being articulated might give us a little slack there. If you understand, if you follow my thinking there, the way the tractor turns, it kind of trails the rear end anyway, so not too bad. And I think we can just cut this turn and go directly south. I think. But yeah, this is where I have problems with these things, is turning them, keeping a steady radius. And there, I didn't expect that turn coming up there. Oh well, I'll have to come back and get that. So I'll just kind of round this off. My biggest problem with these is when I turn left here, it's going to kick that out to the right. Oh, not too bad. A lot of times when I turn, if you get what I'm saying, since it's connected to the tractor, a lot of times when I turn left, it kicks it out to the right. And so if you get off the edge of the field and you turn into the edge to try to get closer to the edge, it'll actually kick it away from the edge. That's why I don't like these. I like when they're trailed behind the tractor. I think that's the best I can explain it. But this is working okay. I guess I feel kind of like tight and restricted. You know, when a tool like this is attached directly to the 3-point, I feel like I'm like tight and restricted. You know, I don't have the leeway in turning. So I'll just have to get used to it. Or replace this. There is that. I mean, that seems like the obvious option now, doesn't it? Yeah, it kind of does. When you talk things out, it's like, you know, there is the obvious option of replacing it. I'll have a look at that too, actually. Hey, I'm just getting the farm here started. You know, I'm just getting it started and just seeing some of our starting equipment. I think I may have said something about that earlier, you know, that I'm going to want to have a look at some of our starting equipment. I think I want to do another pass this way. So, yeah, give us more room to turn around. All right, so I had a look at the store, and nothing really pops up. So I'm going to have a look elsewhere, if you follow me, and see if I can find us some more unique stuff for this farm. For now, though, this will work just fine. But, you know, I want to use the tools that I'm comfortable with, and I'll find something nice and trailed that we can use. Perhaps something something different. We'll see. Anytime I bring you guys a new farm and stuff like that, I like to bring new equipment with me. As you can see here, I've sourced this tractor. Maybe I could find a good seeder to go with it. All right, this should definitely give us enough room to turn around in here. So we don't want to run out into that road. That traffic can be pretty unforgiving there. That traffic whizzes by on that road at like 50 miles an hour. And that is enough room to turn around. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I left this little bit here because I kind of missed that turn. When I saw I missed the turn, I figured I'd just keep following a smooth line around, you know. I got to go back and get that. Well, it's pretty obvious. I won't miss it. Easy to see. See, that's what I don't like right there. See, I was trying to turn left and it kicked it out to the right. That's why I don't like these. I don't like these at all because of that. I'll just quit complaining about it, and I'll find something new for us. I will. Next time we'll have something better to finish this job with. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up, or I'm going to work some more on this, and I'm going to have a look for something that suits the way I like to farm a little better. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Yeah. Whoops. You hit that in reverse. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. What kind of equipment do you like to use when you're farming and stuff like that? And what's your thoughts on different kinds of, you know, attachments and whatnot? And any suggestions for things we could do on the map, things we could produce to the farm, or kinds of equipment maybe you'd like to see me use here on the farm that we could use, because just kind of getting started with the, like I said, you know, the fleet of equipment that we have, still getting started with it. Obviously, I'm going to get us a new seeder, one that, yeah, something original and different I think might fit the farm and our equipment here, and we'll see. So be sure to tell me what you think about that down below. I'm going to work a little more on this, and next time we'll be back, well, either here or our other farm. We'll be back and have some more to do. So until then, guys, it's been real fun here in Kandelin, and I look forward to seeing what we can do here. So tell me what you think, and I'll catch you guys next time.